Hello, let's talk about energy. So, that's as we know, what is energy? Some people say energy is the base of everything. Like in universe, sun is the main source of energy. Energy is what? Which gives us power to work and to do our tasks. But how this energy comes into the universe? As in our earth, we can say sun is our main source of energy. Sun is the one source that provide us food because from the sun's energy plants take that energy convert to food. That food other animals take or as a human being we take. So it's kind of a food cycle goes on through the sun's energy and life goes around that sun's energy but sun gets its energy through some other reactions. So this way we know or we understand about energy, but the question comes, is energy the same way as it we see, we perceive, or is there any other form of energy that exists beyond our knowledge? So that let's understand. Yes, there is one more energy exists that I named as conscious energy. That I named as because this energy is the main reason behind our consciousness. Whatever we see, whatever we observe, whatever we feel, whatever our actions, whatever our behavior, whatever the events happening into the universe, that all roam around this conscious energy. I don't go much about this physical energy that we see, we perceive, and we do our daily tasks by that energy. But I will more focus on this conscious energy. That conscious energy is the main source behind the origin of this universe. How this energy came, we go much more deeper level as we go more ahead. But initial level, I will tell you about this energy is self-intelligent. Self-intelligent in terms of it knows where it has to increase, decrease, or transform into a say. Suppose, just take it like this. As the Big Bang happened, okay, in the initial phases, as we know, the universe started through Big Bang. So before the Big Bang, there is an energy. That energy, I named it as a conscious energy. Okay, that transforms itself into a physical space. So the formation of space and time, it comes from the conscious energy that transform itself, conscious energy, through space itself into a elements. So a stable state, these elements transform themselves into a stardust. This stardust forms the stars. This star again then forms our galaxies. From galaxies it comes to planets. From planets it comes to finally the earth. Then again in the earth, the life begins from the basic elements to a complex human-like organism. So basically what we are, who we are just simply made from the stardust, and that stardust made from that conscious energy. That is basic. Everyone knows. We can simply correlate or relate to it. But as I comes to my level, how this conscious energy work out at the human level, and it comes to a raw level or at a higher level. So at that level, the conscious energy. Suppose I am talking to you, the whatever the phenomena from whole day, you talks to your friends, the information you perceive, what information? Whatever the forms of communication, in terms of language, in terms of other ways. So all the information we are sharing energy. As we see, suppose what is the sound? Sound is in the form of energy. I am taking the food, that food transforming into some reactions, so that reaction is transforming into a energy. That energy I am transferring automatically in some way other way, the energy transferring from one form to another form, from one way to other way, from one person to other person. This way whole universe, all the events, all the energy is transferring. If I comes to much more level, much more deeper level, suppose how this information or how this energy works out. Let's go much more deeper level. So if I want to understand the conscious energy much more deeper level, let's understand it like this. Whatever the information sharing that I told how in last video, how the information is transferring. the information is transferring through this conscious energy. So this conscious energy is the base for all energy transfer that is happening into the universe, which is self-intelligent, which knows what is other person or what is other energy has level, to understand it, and based on that energy level to keep its level at a higher level. Suppose so what the conscious energy is doing, it wants to remain its stable form and want to go always there on a higher level. Just take it in the simplest form. I called it as a maximum energy potential theorem, that I named it as, which says always a conscious energy want to remain its stable position and yet always want to reach a higher potential level. So this is simple one-line theorem, but if I go much, or the implication of this theorem, it works like this. Initial days, as after Big Bang, when space-time forms. Time is also, I will explain how the time explanation of the definition of exact time. Space forms. After space comes to a stable level. That energy again transforms to a unstable form that is called as elements. And after that element came existence, then again these elements or these fundamental particles like hydrogen contributed or participated, or these electrons participated to another higher level, they formed as other molecules. After again they created a cluster. Again these molecules created a more complex called different features, like all the features we see, like sand, like rocks, like galaxies, like our planets, they form. Again, if I comes to planet or Earth, again this conscious energy, it understands, take the surrounding and automatically knows what is its higher level, a stable version, a stable potential level. It automatically knows and it reaches to a different from the life begins. If I see from the beginning level, from the virus level, from bacteria level, from the animal level, from animal level to a human level. Each step by step, each one is a stable version or a higher version of other person. So this way, this conscious energy knows where it will be able to reach a potential level. Through this way, it contributed to our evolution of human beings from a different species to finally the species we are. Similarly, same way it comes to after reaching to a human structure, human level. Still for my daily life, this conscious energy guiding me through my all the actions, my all the behaviors, my all the interaction that happens, suppose simply. So this consciousness is energy is present everywhere, in every actions, every event that happens into the universe. So this is the base for all the actions, all the events that happens to the universe. Suppose I am here into this earth, the interaction I am going to do now, what I am doing, what are my thoughts coming, where from the thoughts coming. Some people says it's come from some brain activities, but into the brain, what causes brain to be that much active? What causes this brain to think about, or what brings the intelligence to that brain? In simple terms, the intelligence, or if I say the intelligence to my body to gather that much information, to share the information to the surrounding, to transform, if I say every region into the universe, in earth, simply we not go to universe level, in the earth, every region, the human, or we can say we humans evolve differently based on the climate region. Our personality got changed, our height got changed, our skin color got changed, our way of living got changed. How? Why? Is climate is the reason or the consciousness? But if climate is the reason, but still why we humans are transforming to different levels? Think about it. It's a very basic fundamental question. Some people say genetics, but how these genetics take the information from the environment? This is my stable version. So for all this stable transformation, the conscious energy is the main reason behind it, which is itself transforming itself through a daily life. Through millions of years, we transform into this level. If I comes to my personal level, daily level, my whatever the interaction happens, sometimes we feel like our inner sounds comes. of sound comes to us, or things or sound guided us. Or some people call it as a soul, some people call it as a inner sound, some people call it as a higher self, some people call it as a spiritual sound. People name this differently. But and then what is this? What is this information provides? It provides some kind of intelligence that guide us for our further actions, for our further life motives, for our life, all the decision makings. So that inner sound is nothing more than that the conscious energy that itself present at our core level. So every human have its different energy level. That's why we feel with other persons differently. Sometimes some people with our conscious energy matches, sometimes don't matches, based on the person's energy level. That I will go much more deeper level, how this energy level affects human personal behavior, human psychology, and human other relationship and other aspects that I will touch much more deeper level as I go much more deeper level. But at the basic level, I can say how this conscious energy from the beginning of the universe to our human level is affecting everything. So this is the base of the universe that's creating into a life and everything into the universe. And itself, it is growing, it's changing itself. We humans, if I say humans from the 80s or 90s and the humans are at 2025, there are significant difference in this. Their intelligence level, their all the other aspects, we can say whatever they are there, but we are continuously evolving and transforming. So the reason behind it, this conscious energy. So as why I am linking everything with the conscious energy. What is the main reason behind it? This creating into the creating energy level or creation of this other energy which don't feel or everything working fine. So why it's needed? It's needed. Why? I will tell you this. The simple reason is we don't have single theory of consciousness. We don't know the reason behind of consciousness and reason behind our energy, reason behind of our universe. So to standardize everything into a single framework, or like a mathematical form, something I developed, or mathematical equations that I'm working out, and again a mathematical single conscious system I'm working out, and I have done some significant progress that I will reveal sometime later. But for to structure everything into a single framework, that standardization of some things needed. So the energy, the conscious energy and named it as, which provide a self-intelligence for all the events to evolve into their different forms, a stable form. That conscious energy is the basic fundamental energy. So that itself able to help us to standardize, to formalize everything into a single framework. And this framework ultimately will help us to develop a model of what? A model of consciousness, that is through which we are able to understand the consciousness, the universe, or theory of everything. The steps that I am working, this is what I am working towards development of a theory of everything, through which I can explain every event of the universe from the beginning, from the physical laws, from the spiritual laws, from the everything. So this theory of everything I am working out. Surely, hopefully, I will be completed out and continuously working out. So the base of all these theories works through the conscious energy. So this is the beauty of conscious energy, through which we explain every event happening into the universe, that we linked out, and later we can formalize into some mathematical form. That mathematical form will help us to predict, and based on the prediction we will evaluate the effectiveness and can control all the human negative effects that is happening, or we can make humanity a higher level. Simply, the purpose of this is to make humanity on the higher level. As this is the fundamental principles to take the energy level to higher level. Similarly, the work or the purpose of this work to take the humanity into a higher level. So this way I am working out. So stay tuned with me. Thank you very much.